Most engineers learn coding, they learn Java, they learn Spring Boot, they learn databases, they learn APIs. But when it comes to building real production system that handles scale, failures, latency, security, and millions of users, that is where system design becomes extremely important. In my career, I have worked on highly scalable systems across different industries. I have worked in e-commerce, I have worked in hospitality, and currently I work as a principal engineer in the fintech domain. And one thing I have learned is this: system design is not just about drawing boxes on whiteboard. It's about understanding trade-offs. It is about knowing why one architecture works better than other. It is about designing systems that are scalable, reliable, maintainable, secure, and production ready. So I am starting a complete system design series, but this series will not start directly from complex topics like designing WhatsApp, Netflix, Uber, or payment systems. Because before designing big systems, we need to understand the fundamentals. If fundamentals are weak, system design become memorization. But if fundamentals are strong, you can design almost any system logically. In this series, we will go step by step. First, we will start with the basics. We will understand what system design actually means, what happens when a user sends a request, how does the request reach the server, how does the backend process it, how does the database store and return data. Then we will understand scaling. After that, we will understand important building blocks like load balancers, caching, databases, database indexing, replication, sharding, message queues, rate limiting, API gateways, CDNs, consistency, availability, fault tolerance, monitoring, logging, and observability. These are the actual building blocks behind most scalable systems. And if there is any system design topic you want me to cover, maybe Kafka, Redis, microservices, distributed systems, CAP theorem, Kubernetes, or real world architecture case studies, let me know through comments. I'll try to include it in the series because I want this to become a complete practical system design for backend engineers. Then slowly we will move toward intermediate and advanced topics. We will understand how to design scalable APIs, how to handle high traffic, how to avoid single points of failure, how to design read heavy systems, how to design write heavy systems, how to handle database bottlenecks, how to use queues for asynchronous processing, how to design event driven systems, and how to think about eventual consistency. Then we will also discuss how to design systems for payments, orders, notifications, file uploads, chat, feeds, and search. And the most important part is this: I will not explain these topics only from an interview perspective. I will explain them from a real production systems perspective. Because in real world systems, the answer is rarely perfect. Every engineering decision comes with trade-offs. If you add cache, performance improves. But now cache invalidation becomes a challenge. If you add more servers, scalability improves. But now load balancing and coordination become harder. If you split the database, you improve scale, but consistency and query complexity become difficult. So in this series, we will focus on why a design works, not just what the design is. This series is for any engineer who wants to grow from writing code to designing real systems. So if you want to understand system design from basic to advanced with real world examples and practical trade-offs, then this series is for you. In the next video, we will start from the most fundamental question: what actually happens when a user sends a request to a system? And from there, we will build everything step by step. So subscribe to the channel because this is going to be a complete system design journey.